There are 10 creatures on this planet that science considers technically immortal. They don't age the way we do. Some reset their bodies completely. Some never stop growing. And one of them, when it dies, simply becomes something else entirely. Today, we explain every single one. Turritopsis dohrnii jellyfish. This is the one scientists actually call immortal, and the title is earned. The Turritopsis dohrnii is a tiny jellyfish, barely 4 mm wide, found in the Mediterranean Sea. When it gets old, injured, or starved, it does something no other animal on Earth can do. It reverses its own aging completely, transforming back into a juvenile polyp and restarting its entire life cycle from scratch. The process is called transdifferentiation. Its adult cells literally convert into younger cell types. It can repeat this cycle indefinitely. In theory, without disease or predators, it would never die. Scientists are actively studying it as a key to human aging research. Hydra. The hydra is a tiny freshwater creature, no bigger than a paperclip, and it may be the closest thing to true biological immortality that exists on land. Unlike most animals, hydras show no signs of aging whatsoever. Their cells divide and renew at a constant rate indefinitely, meaning an old hydra and a young hydra are biologically identical. A 1998 study tracked hydras for 4 years and found 0 increase in death rate over time, something that happens in no other known animal. They can also regenerate their entire body from just a small cluster of cells. Cut one in half and you get 2 hydras. They essentially cannot die of old age. Lobsters age in reverse. Most animals produce less of a key enzyme called telomerase as they get older. It's what causes cells to degrade and bodies to break down. Lobsters produce the same high levels of telomerase at age 1 as they do at age 100. This means their cells don't deteriorate with age the way ours do. In fact, older lobsters are often more fertile and physically stronger than younger ones. A 140-year-old lobster pulled from the ocean in 2009 showed no signs of biological aging at all. Lobsters do eventually die, but not from aging. They die from exhaustion during molting, or from being eaten. Old age alone would never kill them. The tardigrade, also called the water bear, is an 8-legged microscopic animal found literally everywhere on Earth, from deep ocean trenches to Himalayan mountaintops. It's not immortal in the traditional sense, but it achieves something arguably more impressive. It can completely halt its own biology. When conditions become lethal, extreme heat, radiation, the vacuum of outer space, the tardigrade enters a state called cryptobiosis, where it shrivels into a dry husk and stops all biological processes entirely. Its metabolism drops to 0.01% of normal. It can stay in this state for up to 30 years, then rehydrate and walk away completely unharmed. Planarian flatworm. The planarian flatworm is a simple creature, flat, ribbon-like, about the size of a fingernail, but its biology is so extreme that scientists consider it a serious model for immortality research. Planarians possess an extraordinary density of stem cells that never stop dividing, meaning their tissues are in a constant state of self-renewal. They show no measurable signs of aging, but what truly sets them apart is their regeneration. Cut a planarian into 200 pieces, and each piece will grow into a complete new worm. Head, tail, middle, it doesn't matter. Every fragment becomes a whole animal. A 2012 study concluded that planarians are, for all practical purposes, biologically immortal. And trust me, you don't want to miss number 8. It's probably the most surprising one on this list. Greenland shark. The Greenland shark is the longest living vertebrate ever recorded. Invertebrate means it has a spine, making it the closest thing to an immortal animal that shares our basic body structure. Researchers using radiocarbon dating confirmed one specimen was approximately 392 years old, meaning it was born around 1627, before the United States existed. It grows less than 1 centimeter per year and doesn't reach sexual maturity until age 150. What's remarkable is that at nearly 400 years old, its organs showed no significant signs of deterioration. Scientists believe some Greenland sharks alive today may be over 500 years old, still swimming in the deep Arctic water. Bristlecone pine, honorable mention, plant. Technically a plant, not an animal, but it earns its place here. The Great Basin bristlecone pine holds the record for the oldest living organism on Earth. One specimen, nicknamed Methuselah, is 4,855 years old and still alive in California. What makes it biologically fascinating is that ancient bristlecone pines don't show the internal decay that kills most trees. Their dense, resin-saturated wood resists insects, fungi, and rot so completely that some living trees still carry wood tissue that is thousands of years old and structurally intact. They don't stop growing. They don't stop producing seeds. They simply keep going indefinitely until something external kills them. Bdelloid rotifer, this microscopic aquatic animal, shouldn't exist, and yet it does. And it's been doing the impossible for 80 million years. The bdelloid rotifer is an entirely female species that has never reproduced sexually, not once in its entire evolutionary history. Every other complex animal that tried this went extinct within a few million years, because without genetic mixing, harmful mutations accumulate and destroy the species. The bdelloid rotifer solved this by stealing DNA. It absorbs genetic material from bacteria, fungi, and plants in its environment and integrates it into its own genome, essentially rewriting its own code to remove mutations. It repairs itself using other organisms' DNA. Nothing else on Earth does this. Ocean quahog clam. The ocean quahog clam looks completely unremarkable. A gray, fist-sized clam found on the North Atlantic seafloor. But in 2006, researchers pulled one up and counted its growth rings the same way you'd count rings on a tree. The results stopped the scientific community cold. The clam was 507 years old. It was named Ming after the Chinese dynasty that was ruling when it was born. It had been alive during the Renaissance, through every world war, through the entire history of the United States. What makes it relevant to immortality research is that its cells showed virtually no oxidative damage, the type of cellular wear that causes aging in most animals, even after 5 centuries of continuous life. Monarch butterfly. This one changes how you think about immortality entirely. Most monarch butterflies live for just 2 to 6 weeks. But once a year, a generation is born that lives for 8 months, long enough to migrate 3,000 miles from Canada to Mexico, survive the winter, and fly back. Scientists call them the Methuselah generation. They are genetically identical to the short-lived generations, but something in the environmental trigger at birth completely rewrites their biological clock, suppressing aging by more than 800%. No one fully understands why. The same species, the same DNA, one generation lives weeks, another lives months. The Methuselah butterfly doesn't cheat. It simply gets more time, for reasons science is still trying to explain. And that's every creature that is technically immortal explained. Which one surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. We read every single one. If you learned something new today, make sure you subscribe. We drop a new video every week.